Hello, everyone. My name is Michele Tryon, and welcome to CHKD Community Connections Take 10, where we invite you to take 10 minutes out of your day to reflect on your parenting journey and consider some strategies that may be helpful in supporting the well-being of your family or students. Today's topic is purposeful parenting. It's just a start, 10 minutes of food for thought. I encourage you after listening to continue to reflect on the ideas that are shared. And at any time, you can pause the webinar to consider your thoughts, ideas, and feelings about the content of the webinar and then restart it. Here are the curiosity questions for this Take 10. What does it mean to be purposeful in our parenting? This is a tagline of sorts, easy to remember: intention, attention, and attitude. First, it's about creating an intention. Think about this statement and fill in the blank. One thing I would like to bring more of to my parenting is. Maybe it's being more firm. Maybe it's being kinder to yourself and your children. Maybe you want more fun. You each get to decide for yourself something you want more of. What's your intention? Second, it is about attention. What we pay attention to is often what we notice and what we get more of. If your intention is to have more fun, pay attention to your behavior and make tweaks as needed. If you want more fun and joy in parenting, can you incorporate more playfulness into everyday routines like cooking or bedtime? And then what attitude do you bring to parenting? If you are grateful to be a parent, do your children know that? Or do they sense that they are a burden or a challenge or a problem to be solved? Let them know every day how much you care for them. You wouldn't trade them for the world no matter what. You may have heard the terms growth and fixed mindset. We want our children and ourselves to have a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset. In a growth mindset, children get the message: you are a growing and developing human being, and I am interested in sharing the journey of childhood with you. They see themselves as competent and capable. And when we have a growth mindset, if we make a mistake, we own it. We can apologize and figure out how we can do it differently next time. We model accountability. I'm sorry I lost my temper. I know you were scared when I yelled. I did not mean to scare you. Let's figure out what needs to happen next. Because each of us have different ideas about intention, attention, and attitude, let's consider how your values and vision for your child impact your parenting. So here's a question for you. What leadership qualities do you value? Think of a leader you admire, a teacher, a coach, a boss you once had. So parents are leaders in the family. Teachers are leaders in the classroom. When you recognize what is important to you, you lead in a way that models that. So what do you value? Maybe being a good listener, someone who takes charge when necessary, someone who walks the walk and leads by example. This fits right in with the intention you have. What you want to bring more of to your parenting is often something you value. And the next part, what is one strength my child has? That is the attention piece. Focus and build on your child's strengths so they can feel good about who they are and what they have to contribute. Okay, here's another question. What behavior of my child's gets to me? The second part of the equation is to ask yourself, why does it bother or annoy me when my child does that? So bring in some curiosity again. How many times have you wondered, why are they doing that? When we learn what to expect at different ages and stages, we can provide the right balance of care and challenge. Am I expecting them to do something they're not capable of doing? For example, a 2-year-old is not wired to sit still for a long period of time. And these are just some, again, food for thought. There are approximately 157,680 hours in childhood. So let's consider. So 157,680 hours. A 3-year-old has only been on the earth about 1,000 days. They're just trying to figure out how the world works and how they work in it. The average 4-year-old asks 437 questions per day. They are curious and they have the ability to formulate their questions into words. Their minds are like sponges, asking questions, soaking in answers. School-age children love to question fairness and rules. They challenge our rules because it's part of their learning curve. They might also be concerned about fairness and justice, which at this age is, why is his piece of cake bigger than mine? Part of being a teen is developing an identity that is separate from parents and family. They challenge our opinions because they are trying to form their own identity. And we do want to raise thinking teens. So let's remember, it's not personal. They are doing what children do. I get this question all the time from parents and teachers. What if the child's behavior is challenging? It's not an easy answer. It's not a one fit situation. However, there's some ideas that can be helpful. Remain calm. Remember your values as a leader in your family or classroom. And ask these couple of questions when challenges come up. What do I want my child or student to learn? And is what I am doing teaching that? For example, if I value good sportsmanship and peaceful communication or peaceful resolution of conflict, when my child hits his sister because he is angry that he lost the game they were playing, I want to consider, what do I really want to teach him? I want to teach him good sportsmanship and positive ways to express anger or disappointment. So if I hit him or yell at him for being a poor sport or call him a name, I am reinforcing name calling and aggression as ways to respond to conflict. So it's actually the opposite of what I value. So we want to think about, what can I do differently? What do I want them to learn? And what am I doing to teach that? Okay, how can you purposely parent your child with intention? Here's the 1, 2, 3 of it. Acknowledge how your child is feeling or what they were trying to get from the behavior you observed. For example, that toy looked so fun, you wanted to play with it, so you grabbed it from your friend. So even though the behavior wasn't positive, the intention of the child was to get the toy. And then we need to communicate in terms of safety or limit setting. In this case, grabbing toys is dangerous. And that's when we're firm. So we acknowledge, we validate, and then we're firm. Grabbing toys is dangerous. We really want to get to the next part. What can your child do if they want to turn with that toy? You can ask your friend for a turn, or you can wait until they're done. And then if you need to, you can redirect. What would you like to play with while you're waiting for your turn? For older children, you can troubleshoot. So they likely know what to do. Just at the moment, their impulse took over. But we want them to stop and think it through and ask, what could you do next time instead of grabbing a toy from someone? And you can either pause the Take 10, or at another time, be sure to check out our CHKD.org parenting resources page. There's a printable handout, gives you some other examples of the act with intention technique. So acknowledge, communicate, connect, or target, or troubleshoot. So in purposeful parenting, we want to welcome a child's contributions. So these are some ways that we can do that. Children need to feel like they belong and they have something of significance to offer. So if we have regular family or class meetings and solve problems together, everyone gets to contribute to the conversation. What's going well? What's going on? What do we need to do this week? Everyone's voice is heard. Children are much more likely to cooperate when they have input. So you, as the leader or co-leaders in the family, may need to make a final decision about something, or as a teacher in the classroom, you're older and wiser and you have more experience. But that does not minimize the contributions of every family member or class member. And often we have a limited view. So when we have these conversations, they provide us with a glimpse of what is going on from the child or student's point of view. We can solve problems more effectively if we see the bigger picture and see what is driving their behavior. And don't forget to play. Children learn best when they feel safe and are having fun. So the brain is actually primed for learning when it is joyful. So play with your child every day for belonging and fun. So we're winding up here. Consider just one thing. What did I learn, or what did I already know that got reinforced? And what is one change I can make? Stay underwhelmed and practice self compassion. Don't try and make too many changes at once, and be patient with yourself as you're trying some new techniques. These are our references: positive discipline, conscious discipline, nurturing parenting, and hand in hand parenting. Thank you for allowing CHKD to be your partner in parenting. I'd like to encourage you to take 10 often, listen to other Take 10 webinars, or check out our many resources at the Parenting Resources and Dads in Action links. Reach out if you have questions to outreach@chkd.org. And remember, your pediatrician is always your best source for questions about your child's health and well being. Be well, everyone. Thank you.